Hi everyone, so for now, let's have the review test for the summative for grade 10. So again, these are just sample questions. So these are the possible questions that might come up din sa summative test. Pero I'm not telling you that this will be the exact test that you will have. Okay, so our source is from depedclub.com. Okay, so let's have number 1. Which statement best describes an oblique triangle? So, an oblique triangle po, that is a triangle that has no right angle, letter B. Number 2, in triangle ABC, which side is opposite angle A? Okay, so in triangle ABC, which side is opposite angle A? So, that is side A. Okay, so same letters lang po. Opposite to the angle is the same side. Okay. So it means if you have angle B, so opposite to it will be side B. Number 3, which formula represents the law of sine? So that will be A over sine A, B over sine B, then C over sine C. Next, number 4, which given information is usually enough to start with the law of sine? Okay, so for number 4, you have two angles and one side. It can be ASA or AAS. Okay, so again, two angles and one side. It's either ASA or AAS. Number 5, a triangle has angle A 42 degrees and B is equal to 64 degrees. What is the measurement of our angle C? So remember that the total for our interior angle for our triangle is 180. So what you have to do here is to just subtract it with 180. 42 plus 64. Okay, so you will have here 74 degrees. Okay, letter D. Next, in triangle ABC, we have A 40 degrees, B that is 65 degrees, and A that is 12. So which proportion can be used to find B? Okay, so from here, we will have, so again, for our law of sines, that is A over sine A, that is equal to B over sine B, that is equal to C over sine C. Okay, so given that we have A that is 12, over sine A that is 40, and then we have B that is 65 degrees, B over sine 65. Okay, so for number 6, we'll have letter B. B over sine 65, then 12 over sine 40. Okay, so side, and then opposite, the denominator of it is the angle opposite to it. 7. Which case may lead to no triangle, one triangle, or two possible triangles? Okay, so for number 7, we'll have letter C. It's either SSA or two sides and a non-included angle. Number 8, in a triangle ABC, A is equal to 30 degrees, A is equal to 10, B is 70 degrees. Using B over sine B, A over sine A, what is B to the nearest 10? Okay, so we'll have here our B that is 7. No, we're looking for B. Then sine 70 is equal to our A that is 10 over sine 30. Okay, so our B that will be 10 sine 70 and then sine 30. Okay, so we'll have, wait, let's use calculator. Okay, so 10 sine 70. Okay, so 10 sine 70 over sine 30. Okay, so this will be 18.79 or 18.8. Okay, letter A. Next, number 9, which formula is the law of cosines for side A? Okay, so for law of cosine, we'll have A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine A. Okay, number 10, which cases usually call for the law of cosines at the start? Okay, so for number 10, that is SAS or SSS. 11, what is an included angle? So number 11, so included angle, that is the angle formed by two given sides of a triangle. Number 12, two sides of a triangle are 7 and 9 and the included angle is 60 degrees. Which equation finds the third side? So I remove po yung choices kasi medyo magulo yung sa choices po niya. So let's write na lang the correct answer po. Okay, so again, two sides of a triangle are 7 and 9, and the included angle is 60 degrees. So third side will be x. So x squared equals 7 squared plus 9 squared minus 7, 2 times 7 times 9 cosine 60 degrees. Okay. Ayan. So, i-squared nyo lang minus 2, tapos times, tapos cosine, kung ano yung included angle. 13. A triangle has sides 6, 8, and 10. Which expression can be used to find the angle C and the opposite side of length 10? Okay, so which expression can be used to find the angle C? So, let's have cosine C is equal to 6 squared plus 8 squared minus 10 squared over 2 times 6 times 9. Wait. Sorry. 2 times 6 times 8. I was looking at the previous. Okay, so cosine C is equal to 6 squared plus 8 squared minus 10 squared over 2 times 6 times 8. 14. Two sides of a triangle are 5 meters, 8 meters, with an included angle of 72 degrees. The third side is about 8 meters. Which law was used? Okay, so we have here 3 sides and an included angle. So we'll be using law of cosines. Okay, so again, when you have 3 sides, you can use law of cosine. And if you have an included angle to it, law of cosine po. 15. Why is the law of sines not best first step when only 3 sides lengths are given? Okay, so because there is no known angle side opposite each pair. So again, if you have to use law of sine, you should have an angle side or an angle opposite to it. 16. A triangle has side lengths 8, 10, and 12. Which angle must be the largest? Okay, so for 16, we'll have letter C, the angle opposite the side of the length 12. Okay? So, lagi pong yung may pinaka mahabang side, opposite to that will be the largest angle also. 17. A car travels 50 kilometers per hour for 2 hours. How far does it travel? So, if we're going to solve for the distance, you just need to multiply the speed and time. So, we'll have here 50 times 2, okay, which is equal to 100 kilometers. Next, a motorcycle travels 30 kilometers per hour for 2 hours. How far does it travel? So, this one, again, you just need to multiply 30 and 2. So, that is 60 kilometers. 19. Two roads diverge at 70 degrees. A car travels 100 kilometers on one road and a motorcycle travels 60 kilometers on the other. Which law should be used to find how far apart they are? Okay, so for 19, we'll have to use law of cosine. Okay, so we have two sides and an included angle. Law of cosine. 20. Two observers stand at the opposite end of a 60-meter bridge. They see a boat at angles of 42 degrees and 55 degrees from bridge. What is the third angle of the triangle? So again, they were asking for the third angle. So we have 42 and 55. So just subtract it with 180. Okay. So for number 20, we'll have letter B, 83 degrees. Two observers stand at the opposite ends of a 60-meter bridge. They see a boat at angles of 42 degrees and 55 degrees from the bridge. After finding the third angle, which law is useful for finding a missing distance to the boat? Okay, so for 21, we'll have law of sine. So since you already have the angle opposite to the given side, so we can already use yung ating law of sine po. 22. In the ideal model for the oblique triangle word problems, what should learner usually do before writing an equation? Okay, so first thing, you have to draw and label the triangle using the given data so that you can visualize po kung ano yung ating given at kung ano yung proper law that you have to use in solving. 23. A fire tower problems give the two angles at the towers and the distance between the towers. Why should the solver compare the computed distance from each tower to the fire? Okay, so for 23, to identify which tower is nearer to the fire. Kung alin yung mas malapit. And 24, in the ideal model, which step asks the learner to check whether the answer is reasonable? Okay, so that one is to look back and, of course, learn. Okay, so you have to double check if your answer is correct. Thank you.